Okay, this is going to be a quick rant, but I guess there's some New York Times article that's like, where did all the men go? And then women are collectively in the comments, like, responding to this. And I'm sorry, like, if you are on this channel, don't be one of those women. And I just want to, like, explain a few things. Like, there are women in the world who have pretty privilege, and then there's women who don't. We can all, like, sit here and, like, try to pretend like, you know, Ice Spice is this universal beauty that's, like, getting all things, and I guess so. But what I will say is that, like, there's quite a lot of, like, really basic, non-attractive women of all shapes and sizes and races. These are like the 5s and 6s of the world, right? And I'm just talking about in terms of appearance. And usually, like, these women are, you know, they typically have fathers, and the fathers are all they have, right? They have to have strong support systems and, like, you know, education boxes and shit like that, because, like, there's nothing else. Like, if they don't have that, there's no other place in society, because more beautiful women have, like, commoditized every other part of womanism. Like, the really, really, really hot girls who want to be on OnlyFans making money are, or they're bottle girls, or they're waitresses, or they're models or something, right? But either way, they're already, like, getting shit in society. And I guarantee you there are men all around them all the time. I'm saying them because I'm trying to describe, like, a group. I've just got to be honest, being a member of that group, like, I have never asked that question. Like, that, the question that I am asking is, like, how can I make myself more unattractive so that I can make sure to not be in a position where I will become a victim of a man, right? Like, how can I navigate society to mitigate victimhood? And I think one thing I've noticed, every time I go somewhere that's, like, in a Hispanic community specifically, there's always, like, curious eyes on me, and more Black girls who look like me, you'll start to come across this as you go to other places in the world, where simply being white means that you're more affluent. So there, like, are no people who are brown, Black. It's like if you use that paper bag test, and if you're darker than the paper bag, literally in all of the developing world, you're usually, like, so poor that, like, you can't survive. So in America, you can just do things like fucking if you're a woman, you can just get a minimum wage job, you know, rent a little studio or whatever, and fucking live your life, join a book club, right? That could be your whole life, and it could be, like, a pretty pleasant life. The women in the other parts of the world, they don't have that, because they don't have economies there, so they're, like, literal prostitutes. Like, they are forced into prostitution. And, like, prostitution in the developing world is fucking awful. I had to take down the video that I made about when I went with oh my god, I forgot. I went with this guy who I'm not even gonna say we were dating. We were talking for a while. He's that guy who owns the bar in downtown Oakland. I can't even remember the guy's name at this point, but, like, we were talking. I spent quite a lot of time with him. I was, like, I basically moved into his apartment. I had my own apartment, but I was at his apartment every night or whatever. Anyway, when I got mad at him, I made him take me to Tijuana, to Mexico, to buy a carton of cigarettes. And I'd never seen, we basically were in, it's called the red light district, and bro, there was just, like, prostitutes on every fucking corner, like, for, like, 10 blocks, and they were just, like, standing outside. And that video got, like, 100,000 or 200,000 views, which was insane, because I don't want to be, like, a poster child for, you know, prostitution in Mexico, or the exploitation of women. Like, I'm just not okay with that, so I took the video down. But those are things I didn't even know existed. But I will say, for, like, pretty women anywhere in the world, you'll never ask yourself the question of like, where did all the men go? Like, the men are fucking everywhere. They're like parasites. Like, they're everywhere. If you're in a position where you are asking that question, the issue is like you're just like not a desirable woman, and then you should just like get a hobby or something and a cat and like find joy in that, you know, and have a friend group or something. Or, I mean, I don't know, just find a husband who's uglier than you who wants a woman. There's always those too. But I guarantee you there's no pretty women who are asking that question. That's not a real question. That's not, no, it's not. I'm telling you, I keep saying it over and over again. The generations are getting uglier and uglier by the day. So yes, there's a lot of girls out here, you know, they've got education, they've got fathers, all the shit, and like no men want them because they're just so repulsive. I don't know, the women, it's like the men and the women are awful, but that's the thing, yes.